Hello, peeps. Happy Tuesday. As you can see, I'm not here today. Today, you guys are going to be factoring when A is prime. So, if you know, before we did this like this, and we drew two parentheses, okay, and we said, well, X and X. Well, you could only do that because we had where the A, right, this is A, B, C, our A was 1. And so that way of factoring does not work. And so we're going to do this like guess and check method is what I call it, okay? But you're still going to have these signs. Okay, we're still going to use those, and we're still going to use the parentheses, but we're going to have to find the factors of A and find the factors of C this time. Okay, so our very first step is going to be to draw parentheses. And I'm actually going to scoot mine over a little bit, and you'll see why. Okay, well, let's talk about what A is prime means. Prime, or A, we got this AX squared plus BX plus C, okay? A means that it's only going to be 1 times itself. So instead, we know we're going to have an M and M, but we have a number here. So what are some factors of 3? Well, we got 1 and 3. And that's it. So we can put a 1 and a 3. And we can also put an M and an M. Okay? Now, just the way we did before, we're going to find the factors of 4. So 4, we got 1 and 4, 2 and 2. Okay, now here's where it gets a little tricky because you can't just look at it and say, well, I need something to give me an 8. Because we have a 3 out front. So what you have to do is pick a group. And it's called guess and check. And so you're going to guess and you're going to pick one of these groups and check it. And if it doesn't work out, then you rearrange it. So if you put 1, then 4, and it doesn't work, then you do 4, then 1. And if that doesn't work, then obviously it's got to be 2 and 2. Okay, so I'm literally guessing today, and we're going to start at the top of the list, and we're going to write down. So we're going to start out with just that 1 and 4. Now, do not, for the love of God, write in pen. Okay, so the very first one, I'm going to show you the long way to guess and check, and then I'll show you the short way. Okay, well, what happens when we FOIL this? Okay, well, if you multiply the first, you're going to get 3m squared, and that checks out. We're trying to get back to here. Okay, the outer, you're going to get 4m, the inner, 3m, and then the last is a 4. Would a 4 and a 3 ever give me an 8? Okay, well, the answer is going to be no. So 1 and 4 cannot be our thing. And so really, you're going to erase this and try 4, then 1. Okay, and really, you don't need to even check this this one or this one. It's just going to be this the first, the outer, and then the inner. Okay, so we're going to check the outer. Maybe write yourself a note, and the inner. Okay, so I'm going to erase some of this real quick so it looks a little bit neater. Okay, so what happens if we check the outer? Well, you're going to get 1 times 1 is going to be 1m, and the inner is going to be 12m. Would a 1 and a 12 ever give me an 8? No? Okay, so now you know you've tried everything. You've tried 1, then 4, and 4, then 1, and it doesn't work. So your only option left is 2 and 2. So you're going to erase this. I should put it small. And we're going to try 2 and 2. Well, check the outer. 1 times 2 is 2m. And the inner, 2 times 3 is 6m. Would a 2 and a 6 ever give me an 8? Yeah? How? Okay, and so you do it with these, and then you can fill it in up there. So it's going to be a minus minus. Okay, for today's purposes, and today's purposes only, I want you to ignore if any of these say equals 0. Okay, we're only going to do this part today. Okay, because I feel like it's probably just too much to try to do all in one day, quite honestly. Okay, let's look at number 3. Okay, so we're going to draw our 2 parentheses. We're going to draw our 2 parentheses. And we're going to first find our factors of this number. So it's 4, so you got 1 and 4, 2 and 2. Okay, well, what do you want to try first? Okay, we can try 1 and 4. And we got B and B. And for this one, I got 3. So you got 1 and 3. And so we can fill those in, 1 and 3. Okay, well, we're going to check the outer. It's going to get you 3B. And the inner is going to get you 4B. Okay, would a 3 and a 4 ever give me a 4? No. Okay, and then since this one has so many, I would switch this 1 and 4. So try it this way. Put 4, then 1. Okay, we'll check the outer. It's going to be 12B, and the inner is going to be 1B. Okay, 12 and 1. Is that ever going to give me a 4? I'm trying to get to this 4 here in the middle. No, it's not. So we're going to change these to 2 and 2. Okay, check the outer. 2 times 3 is going to be 6B. And the inner, 1 times 2 is 2B. Okay, well, how could a 2 and a 6 give me a negative 4? Okay, well, it's got to go negative 6, positive 2. Okay, now the last little tricky part, and I'm going to show you a shortcut, but I also got to show you the long way. You need to see where these go up here. Okay, well, how did I get a 6? 2 times 3, that was the outer. Okay, so that minus really goes on this side, and the plus goes on this side. So whatever you have them down here, you can kind of flip-flop them in places up here. Okay, and so this part is our answer. And I know this is a harder factoring method. I know some of you guys are probably feeling a little bit confused today. I would be surprised if you were not. Okay, so just keep hanging on, copying down, and thinking about it, and hopefully you kind of get it by the end of today. Okay, 5. 5's gonna be a little longer because we got a 20 there. Okay, so draw your parentheses. We find our factors of 3. Well, it's only 1 and 3. And we got K and K. Okay, for 20, I got 1 and 20, 2 and 10, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, my suggestion to you would be, it's not going to usually be, when we're talking about bigger numbers like this, it's probably not going to be 1 and 20. Okay, I would pick from the lower end and work your way up. Okay, so let's start at the bottom. We'll start with 4, then 5. Okay, check the outer. 1 times 5 will be 5K. The inner, 4 times 3 is 12K. Would 12 and 5 ever give me an 11? Okay, no. So we know this one doesn't work. So what you're going to flip-flop this 4 and 5. So you're going to say 5, then 4. Okay, check the outer. You're going to get 1 times 4 is 4. 5 times 3 is 15K. Would a 4 and a 15 ever give me an 11? Okay, yes, so I'm going to have a positive 15 and a minus 4. Okay, so as I've said, so see how this one kind of is like below this first parenthesis? Okay, you're going to flip-flop them. So you're going to say plus, minus. Okay, they're going to get, so this says plus, minus, this says minus, plus. Okay, so this is going to be our answer right here. Okay, 7. Here's our parentheses, and for the 2, I got 1 and 2. So we say 1 and 2, x and x. And then over here, I'm using this 2, so I got 2, so we say 1 and 2. So we got 2 options. We can put the 1, then 2 first, or the 2, then 1 first. So we're just going to do 1, then 2. Okay, we're going to check the outer. It's going to be 2x, and the inner is going to be 2x. Would a 2 and a 2 ever give me a 3? Okay, nope, so this doesn't work. So you're gonna flip-flop that black 1 and 2. So it's gonna say 2, then 1. Okay, check the outer. 1 times 1 is gonna be 1x. 2 times 2 is 4x. Okay, how could I ever get a 3 from that? Okay, well I can say plus, minus. Okay, so then above it is gonna be plus, minus. Okay, I should have said minus plus and then plus minus. Okay, remember, we are not doing anything with this equals 0 today. Okay, normally you'd set them equal to 0 and solve. We're just baby stepping it today and trying to get to here. Okay.